We had a girl in here, she wore a dress. Her dress reminded me of the weather report up in Alaska, 2 below. You think that's bad? We had a girl in here Thursday, she was in trouble. Her maiden-form living bra died of starvation. You know, terrible, terrible. That's a nice girl you brought in tonight. Who is that with you, Don? That's your mother? I knew she was a mother as soon as she come in here. That's a nice girl. That's a much nicer girl than you brought in here last night, Dawn. I'll tell you that right now. She's got a little class. At least she's wearing clothes, you know. It's only a shanty in old shanty town. The roof is so slanty that it touches the ground. In a town pulled-down shack by an old railroad track, like a millionaire's mansion keeps calling me back. Well, I give up a palace if I were a king. It's more than a palace, it's my everything. There's a queen waiting there with a silvery crown, and it's shanty in old shanty town. You want to sing a chorus? Yeah, oh, go ahead. Yeah.
There's a little old shanty in Annie's backyard. The roof is so slanty and the seats are so hard. There's a hole there for Mom, there's a hole there for Pop, there's a hole there for Freddie and Del Jackson and all. The old catalog still hangs on the wall. The pictures are faded and that isn't all. It's a place to relax after taking X-Lax in a shanty in Annie's backyard.
There's a shanty in a town on a little plot of ground with the green grass growing all around, all around. The roof so worn, so badly torn that it tumbled to the ground. Just a tumble-down shack, and it's put way back about 45 feet from the railroad track. It lingers on my mind most all of the time. Keeps calling me back to my little old shack. Well, I give up a palace if I had a palace. If I were king, wouldn't mean a thing. I would my boots on tall, read the writing on the wall. That wouldn't mean a thing, not a doggone thing. There's a queen waiting there in her rocking chair, drinking a case of Molson beer, looking all around and tracking on down, 'cause she gotta get back.
Yeah, we gotta get back.
Where she gotta get back?
Even Jimmy's back.
Where we gotta get back? To a shanty town. Thank you. That's your husband with you, lady? Well, what are you gonna do, you know? Hey, we'd like to start with this thing with a little bit of something that goes like this.
Well, that was the next one.
Wait till they sit down there because she got high heels on. She'll make a hell of a noise. Last time she came in, she fell over the chairs and everything. Right? Watch out for the wire, lady. That chair's plugged in, so you better laugh later. And don't stand up, sir, because it's a hell of a time to straighten out your jockey shorts. You know, just sit down there and... How about the two drunks walking along the railway tracks? One says the other, he says, "These darn stairs are killing me." The other guy says, "I don't mind the stairs, it's these damn low banisters," you know. I'll tell you. Another fella, I was walking here on Dunlop Street. It was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I saw this guy holding a piece of rope, and it was in a well. I thought it was a well, and here was a cesspool. I says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I dropped my jacket in the cesspool." I said, "Are you crazy?" I said, "What are you trying to fish it out for? You won't be able to wear it again." He says, "I know, but my lunch is in one of the pockets." Oh, yeah. fella here told me the one at Camp Borden there. He said the one about Camp Borden there. He says two soldiers, you know, their company that was very depleted, and the enemy was closing in on them. He says, what are we going to do? He says, there's only one thing to do. He says, we're out of ammunition. There's sand in the guns. He says, there's only one thing to do, and that's to pray. He says, I don't know how to pray. He says, my goodness. He says, I thought you could pray. He says, I never prayed in my life. He says, what do we do? He says, wait a minute. He says, I remember a long time ago I was standing outside a church and I heard what was going on inside. He says, suppose I repeat what I overheard. He says, that's fine. Go ahead. They both get down on their knees. He goes, under the G, 45. Under the C, 26. Under the O, 72. You know, I'll tell you. How about the three old guys sitting on the park bench? Beautiful girl walks by. One says to the other, he says, there's a girl I'd like to kiss. Second old man says, there's a girl I'd like to kiss and hug. Third old man says, there's a girl I'd like to kiss and hug. And what's that third thing we used to do? I'm telling you, the people today are nuts. They're nuts. You got to join them. You think I'm nuts up here? You should be up here looking down at some of you people. You wouldn't believe it. You get some of the people, you know, you get so many different laughs. People have different personalities. They also have different laughs. Some people laugh like this. They go. Another guy, he laughs like this. He thinks he's winding up a rowboat or something, you know. And I think he's going to lay an egg or something. And how about the people that laugh but never really laugh, and they think they're laughing, they go. Then there's another guy who laughs like this, and he's got a foghorn when he takes a breath. He goes like this. This guy never cracks a smile, but he's laughing himself to death. And how about the woman? How about the woman, you know? She's got the old kerchief like this, you know. He goes like this. You know, she goes like this. She goes. Oh, I gotta go. You know, you got all kinds of laughs like that. So, nice of you people to drop in. We start at 8:30. You're all under arrest. Right over there. Hold on. What are you smoking, sir? That thing better have writing on it. You'll be under arrest. How about the two smokers, huh? They're smoking a cigarette with no name. It's an Italian cigarette. It's called a Mariguini. Some people call it a half and half. I don't know, really. That's it. But first Mariguini smoker. I think I'll buy the Empire State Building. Second Mariguini smoker. I'm not selling. You know, right? We got some people over there with us from, they'd like to hear the tattoo song. Let's do the tattoo song for them. The tattoo song. Tattoo be you. Tattoo be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who. Oh, there's another fellow over there who would like to hear the gorilla song. We'd like to do the gorilla song for the gentleman in the back there. Girl of my dreams, I love you more than you know. How about the Angelada song? Angelada smoking here? I don't know. Then we got another one, Misty. Misty, would like to do Misty. Misty. That's a beautiful song. This was recorded by that famous pianist, Errol Garner. And we take great pride in presenting Misty. Misty. Misty Saturday dance. Heard the crowd on the floor. Never thought I'd be without you. Don't get around much anymore. Missed the toilet last night. Went all over the floor. Picked it up with a toothbrush. Don't clean my teeth much anymore. I'd like to do another song entitled My Secret Love. This is a very beautiful song. My Secret Love. My Secret Love. Once I had a secret love who wore a silky negligee. When our night of love was o'er, she said I didn't have to pay. Why her love was free, she said, Mattress sponsors me. Last night we appeared on Channel 4. Now my secret love's no secret anymore. Holy jeez, Rick, wait a minute. I better tell a few jokes. You better get on the phone. This sounds bad.
Oh, well, what is it?
Yeah, it's from Toronto. It says, not getting any better, come home. Look at that, read that. Not
what?
getting any better. Not getting any better, come home.
Oh,
I better get on the phone and I'll do a little
No.
drum solo or something.
No, you know, Ray.
I'll do a little drum solo and play. You get on that phone because...
No, you're reading it wrong, Ray. It's all
What do you
right.
mean? Not getting any better, come home.
No, it says not getting any. Better come home.
Oh, I don't know, Ray.
Better wait.
I don't know.
It's all right.
See what a difference a little comma can make in there, you know, anything like that. I'd like to do this next number entitled Fascination. Or was Fascination down by the gas station? How about the tiger? He went home after a hard day's work and he kissed his wife on the cheek. His wife says, "Where the hell you been? You smell of gas." Little thing entitled Fascination. Fascination. Substation. Inflation. You think I'm gonna crash? You crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'd like to do this next number titled "She Was Only the Furniture Dealer's Daughter, but she Wouldn't Allow Much on the Couch." And I'd like everybody to sing along with the Son of Mitch. If you don't know the words, sing the verse. If you don't know the verse, hum the melody. And a little thing entitled "Hello, Dolly." All right, you dirty rats. This is "Hello, Dolly" saying, "The hell with it. I'd rather sing something else, Charlie, because that's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be." Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Again. Jimmy Stewart. Walt G. West, "Hello, Dolly's a real fine thing. Well, I wish I could have done it when I did the Glenn Miller story, too, because I think it would have been just a great thing, better than the Flight of the Phoenix. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. This is Liberace saying I would have wrote "Hello, Georgie" instead of "Hello, Dolly." Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Folks, this is Waller Brennan saying I don't trust anybody in this town because I left my horse parked outside there and someone stole her kneecaps. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Speaking for all the fellas in the orchestra. You hear about the Scotchman that found a bottle of iodine and went up and cut himself? How about the One Eye song? The One Eye song? One Irish eyes are smiling now. And we'll be back in a few moments with our second set of the evening. Speaking for all the fellas in the band, Rick Lammer on the piano, and yours truly, Ray Belmonte. We'll see you in a few moments with some more of the same. Reminding you, though, in the famous words of that philosopher who once said, "It is better to have loved a short girl than not at all." Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away. Dolly, don't you go away again. Up on my grill on Blueberry Hill. Hello, Dolly. Okay, sure, I don't give a damn. Oh, wait a minute, sir, not against the side of the building. We're going to take a trip, as a matter of fact. We're going to go from Italy to Israel. From Israel, we're going to go to England, Scotland, and Ireland. And we like to start off with Italy because this is the boot, and that'll get the kick out of the whole thing, you know. We're going to kick it off with Italy here. And we like to do this little song entitled, When You Were the Daughter of a Butterfly, I Was a Son of a Bee. C'è la luna mezza mare, mamma mia se mare care. Everybody clap. Ma figlia mia cotta tua, mamma mia se caccia tomba. Ma tutte junge da danke te, econo vai, econo bene, sembra una ciccia mare bene. E mi piace la pizza pie, e mi piace la pasta fagioli. Away mamma, bomba bomba baccarà. Away mamma, bomba bomba baccarà. Away mamma, buscia buscia baccarà. La 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 la. Son, how many times your papa got to tell you not to go out till late tonight? You're going to find yourself a whole bunch of trouble. You keep going out with that the same gang, you're going to meet the bad girl. Capisce? You're going to meet the bad girl, you're going to have yourself a 5 or 6 bambinos, you're going to have to get them married and live in the one room for your rest of your life. Comprende? Kid looks at his father and says, Pa, what do you talk like that for? We ain't Italian. Away, mama, busha, busha, bacala. Away, mama, busha, busha, bacala. Away, mama, busha, busha, bacala. La 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 la. I saw one Italian, you know how we love garlic, you know. And this one Italian was getting on he was in the southern part of Italy, College and Clinton in Toronto. And he gets on the streetcar and he says to the conductor, he says, how much? The conductor says, for God's sake, go ahead, you know. As we approach the village, we see a little Italian. He's talking to a fellow who happens to be from the northern part of it. He says, Luigi, you want to see where I'm coming from? The mushrooms grow so big that when it's a rain, everybody's a hide under the mushroom. Nobody's a get the wet. That's how big things grow where I'm a coming from. He says, Pasquale, you think you got the big things you come from? He says, where I come from, we make the pots and the pans. We got the one pan, it's so big, it's take 50 men to carry out of the damn factory. He says, yeah, but Luigi, what are you going to do with such a big pot? He says, I'm going to cook that damn mushroom you grow. Away, mama, boomma, boomma, bacala. Away, mama, boomma, boomma, bacala. Away, mama, boomma, boomma, bacala. La 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 la. From Italy, we take a boat and we come up towards the British Isles. And we hear this song in the background. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Now there they are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. I give them a flick of the wrist, so both the shamans say, oh, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. And there they are standing in a row. Oh, there stands me white, the oily love me Lloyd, sing a roll, a Betty a bitch. Our scene now changes to a crowded bus of Piccadilly Square. 2 English gentlemen are standing side by side. One turns the other, he tips his hat and he says, passed your house yesterday. Second Englishman, thank you. Now you gotta get prepared for this one. This one is a corker. No, not yet. Guy gets on the bus, a perfect English gentleman, he drops his monocle, you see, he picks it up, and what do you think he does on this crowded bus in Piccadilly Square? Perfect English gentleman, he sits on the bus and he starts proceeding to probe his left proboscis lustily. Another English gentleman gets on the bus and he sits directly across from him, he's looking. The other fella don't give a damn, you know. Figures he's gonna strike oil or something, you know. Finally, this goes on for half an hour. The other fellow that's watching, he can't stand it anymore. He goes over and he tips his hat and he says, pardon me, sir, but could it possibly be on the other side? Sing a roll pitch. I roll a ball. I roll a ball. Sing a roll a ball. A penny a pitch. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, next one in our stage. Next one in our stage, we're going to feature World War II with the original cast. So we hope you'll be around for that, right? You laugh good, sir, but I hate to do your laundry. I'll tell you that right now. And we'd like to remind you the famous words of General Custer. He only had 8 of his men left, and he was backed up against the side of a mountain, and 8,000 Indians were charging him. He was pretty stoned. And he looked at 8 of his men. He says, "Remember, man, don't take any prisoners." Also, we'd like to leave you in the famous words of Shakespeare, who wrote these immortal words. Here is to Eve, mother of all races. She wore a fig leaf in the most personal of places. And here is to Adam, daddy of us all, Johnny on the spot when the leaves began to fall. How about this one? Here's to the girl that he kissed last. She doesn't kiss slow and she doesn't kiss fast. But she kisses sweet and she kisses neat and she can make things stand that have no feet. How about this? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack come down, broke his crown, and Jill's looking for a hell of a stronger guard. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill come down, forgot her pill, and now they have a daughter. Jack and Jill went up the hill. He stole her still, and they're drunk as hell. We started in a hotel of ill repute and horizontal relaxation. No, this is true. And for us, entertaining you people, this is big time for us. Because I don't want to say that we're good, but when we worked in this hotel, people stopped what they were doing just to listen. They did, and you got to be pretty damn good for that. I don't care who the hell you are. Matter of fact, one of the guys, we had a trio at that particular time, and one guy in the band, he fell in love with a girl sitting at the bar. She had one of these velvet dresses on with a slit up the side of the skirt. And she had a black garter around her leg. I suppose it was in mourning for those who've gone beyond. And I remember he sat with her at the bar and he said, "Honey, what do you say we get married?" And she said, "Okay, what have I got to lose?" And believe me, this girl had nothing to lose. She had been there and back. I knew this one girl, she had BO so bad, a couple of guys tipped her over last Halloween, you know. When we came into Toronto, you wouldn't believe this, when we came to Toronto, we spent a time at a hotel. Now, I didn't know at this particular time, but this hotel was one of these, type of hotels, I didn't know it, but, and I got a room there. And it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, and the house detective, he knocked on the door, like, he says, "Hey, you got a woman in there?" I said, "No." He says, "Can I come in?" This was that kind of hotel. I got the hell out of there. I walked down the street. What do you think I saw? What do you think I saw when I walked down there? A guy down there, his body was all broken. He was bleeding like hell. This was in the radius of the hotel I was in. And I looked at him. I felt very sympathetic. And I looked at him. I said, "What happened to you, sir?" And he looked up to me and he says, "Mr. Belmonte, would you tell that great big Texan up on the 10th floor of that apartment building that fairies don't fly?" This happened. I wish I had 4 years. I could tell you all the experiences that we had on the road. Ricky, Do you remember the time we were down in Fort Lauderdale?
Too hot, but it's very nice.
Do you remember that beautiful blonde we saw with the long golden locks?
My wife was
The
here.
eyelashes and the figure. Oh, it was like Venus.
Yeah, I'll see.
The beautiful
Oh.
two-piece suit.
Yeah.
What was his name?
George.
Yeah, George. Yeah. And you meet all kinds of funny-looking people on the road. Matter of fact, we passed through one town where the women were so ugly they had a beauty contest for 7 years and nobody won. They finally ended up giving the cup to the mayor. He walked kind of funny. I'll tell you. You know. So as I say, we had this one woman, she was around 85 years old. Suddenly I heard her scream, she says, "Help, I've been attacked!" Cop come along, he says, "When did it happen, lady?" She says, "Around 65 years ago." He says, "Well, what are you telling me now for?" She says, "I like to talk about it once in a while." You know, I gotta tell you this, they were testing these soldiers for their sexual reactions, and the doctor had the stethoscope on each of the draftees' hearts, you see, and he was testing them for their sexual reaction, and he started like this. He says, "All right, sir," he says, "you realize what this test is all about?" He says, "Well, I have a stethoscope on your heart, and we will test your heart reaction for different questions that I ask you regarding sex." He says, "Yes, sir, I understand." He says, "All right." He says, "What do you think of Jane Mansfield?" That's a very normal reaction for that question. He says, "What do you also think of Elizabeth Taylor?" That's very normal, sir. Now, as I look at your record here, I notice that you have 4 children. You have been married for 7 years. What do you think of your wife? I see. Would you mind standing over there, sir? Next fella. What do you think of Jane Mansfield? Very good. That's a normal reaction. I expected that. What do you also think of one of the movie stars that have really thrilled us, Elizabeth Taylor again? Very normal. He says, "I see that you've been married here a couple of years. You have a little baby." He says, "What do you think of your wife?" I see. You better stand over there. Finally, this goes on all day. He's got about 1,700 men over in a corner. The last fella comes up. The doctor asks him the same question. He says, "What do you think of Jane Mansfield?" Perhaps he doesn't like Jane Mansfield. What do you think of Elizabeth Taylor? I see. He says, "You're a little stranger. I better check you out further. You better stand with those fellas over there." This is what goes on. This is what goes on. I'm telling you. We hope that you folks are really enjoying our drinks. We have a lot of drinks for you this evening. You've heard of a Bloody Mary. That's vodka and tomato juice. You've heard of the other drink, a screwdriver. It's vodka and orange juice. We have another drink that we're mixing especially this evening. Our bartender behind the bar is mixing this one. It's a mixture of vodka, orange juice, and milk of magnesia. This we call a Phillips screwdriver. And then a lot of people like this drink so much that they can hardly wait for the next one. So this one we figure is the ultimate drinks. This is a mixture of vodka, orange juice, tomato juice, milk of magnesia, and prune juice. We call that one a pile driver. Honorable Confucius said, "A woman who put man in doghouse soon find him in cat house." California.